Good day everyone, my name is Joyce Londerio and I'm here to present to you the Lesson 7, Criminology and Criminal Justice System and its Objectives. At the end of the Lesson 7, students should be able to understand the criminal justice system, familiarize the legal and due process, know the 5 pillars of the Philippine criminal justice system and its function.
Good day everyone, I'm Rosan Ensadi. For today, we will present Lesson 7, which is Criminal Justice System. The first bullet refers of the agency responsible for enforcing criminal laws including police, prosecutor, court, and correction. Ang sistema ng katarungan sa krimen ay tumutukoy sa mga ahensyang nagpapatupad ng batas laban sa krimen tulad ng pulisya, taga-usig, hukuman at mga koreksyonal na pasilidad. Halimbawa, sa Pilipinas, ang NBA National Bureau of Investigation ay isang halimbawa na ahensyang kasama sa sistema ng katarungan sa krimen dahil sa kanilang papel sa investigasyon ng mga krimeng may kinalaman sa bansa. The second bullet, network of government and private agency intended to manage accused and convicted criminals. Ang network ng mga ahensyang pampamahalaan at pribadong sektor ay sama-sama para pamahalaan ang mga akusado at nakatulang kriminal. Halimbawa nito ay mga koreksyonal na pasilidad at mga non-government organization na naglalayong magbigay suporta sa kanilang rehabilitasyon at pagbabalik loob sa komunidad. The third bullet, the system of law enforcement that is directly involved in apprehending, prosecuting, defending, sentencing, and punishing those who are suspected or convicted of criminal offense. Ang sistemang ito ng law enforcement ay tuwirang nakatuon sa pag-aresto, pag-uusig, depensa, pagpapasya at parusa sa mga pinaghihinalaang o nahatulang may kasalanan sa krimen. Isang halimbawa nito ay ang maakusahan at paglilitis sa isang tao na nahulihan ng iligal na droga, kung saan ang hukuman ang magdidesisyon kung guilty o hindi at magtatakda ng nararapat na parusa.
Adversarial system or adversary system is legal system used in a common law countries where two advocates represent their parties, cause or opinions before impartial person of group of people who attempt to determine the truth and pass judgment accordingly. The adversarial system aims to get the truth through the open competition between the commission and defense. Ang layunin po ng adversarial system or adversary system is malaman yung katotohanan sa pamamagitan ng bukas na kompetisyon sa pagitan ng commission and defense. Halimbawa na lang po dito is yung hearing kung saan ikaw ay aharap sa husgado para depensa ng iyong sarili at kilatisin at alamin ang katotohanan sa pamamagitan ng mga pagsagot sa mga katanungan at paglalahad ng mga ebidensya na nagpapatunay na ikaw ay inosente or guilty sa isang krimen. And the inquisitorial system, legal system where the court or a part of court is actively involved in investigating the facts or the case. Ang inquisitorial system naman po ay naglalayong makuha ang katotohanan sa pamamagitan ng malawak na investigasyon at pagsusuri sa lahat ng mga ebidensya.
Due process refers to the idea that laws and legal proceedings must be fair, guarantees that the state must respect individual rights by setting limitation on laws and legal proceedings. Government must respect all of a person's legal rights. Sinasabi dito na laws and legal proceedings must be fair. Kailangan patas yung maging legal proceedings niya. At ang kailangan yung gobyerno, irespeto ang lahat ng karapatang pantao ng isang akusado. Dito din sinasabi kung saan ang lahat ng tao ay may karapatan na hindi alisan ng buhay, ari-arian o kalayaan nang hindi dumadaan sa tamang proseso. Due process have two branch. Number 1, substantive due process refers to the intrinsic validity of law, which means ang sinasabi na dapat naaayon sa batas ang magiging parusa ng isang tao. Number 2, procedural due process, based on the principle that a court of law renders judgment only after trial and based on the evidence presented therein. Sinasabi dito na karapatan na dumaan sa tamang proseso, which means sinasabi din dito na batay sa prinsipyo ng hukuman ng batas, maghahato lamang pagkayari o pagkatapos ng paglilitis at batay sa mga ebidensya na ipinakita rito. Halimbawa, si Juan, sinuntok niya yung kanyang kapitbahay. Ngayon dadaan siya sa korte para depensahan ng kanyang sarili kasi baka mamaya may dahilan kung bakit niya sinuntok yung kapitbahay niya. At kung mapapatunayan naman na mali siya sa ginawa niyang krimen, dapat ang parusa na makukuha niya ay naaayon lamang sa batas. Kunyari, slight physical injury lang naman yung nangyari, maaari yung korte ay pagmultahin lamang siya ng pera sa ginawa niyang krimen.
One of the 5 pillars is law enforcement. This pillar is composed of law enforcers who serve as the forefront of the criminal justice system of the country. Law enforcement describe the agencies and employees responsible for enforcing law, maintaining public order, and managing public safety. For example, when someone in a position of power make sure you follow the rules, whether it's police officer pulling over a speeding car, most people benefit from the enforcement of law because it prevents criminals from taking advantage of others. Then, the law enforcement agency is the Philippine National Police, the National Bureau of Investigation, the Bureau of Customs, and the Public Drug Enforcement Agency and the Bureau of Fire Protection. The number 2 of the 5 pillars is prosecution, the act of process of holding a trial against a person who is accused of a crime to see if that person is guilty. Prosecution is lodged mainly with the National Prosecution Service under the Department of Justice. It is composed of the Office of the Chief State Prosecutor, change of the prosecution of all crime, misdemeanor, and violation of city or municipality, ordinance in the court of such province or city, and the function of the Chief State Prosecutor is to investigate the prosecutor crimes. And for the Office and Regional State of Prosecution, implement policies, plan, program, memorandum, and the rules and regulation of the Department of Justice relative to the investigation and prosecution of criminal cases in his region. And for the Office of Provincial and City Prosecutor, be the law officers of the province or city, investigate and cause to be investigated or charges of crimes.
The judiciary is one of the 3 branches of government alongside executive and legislative branches. Its main purpose is to interpret and apply the law in a country. The judiciary ensures that laws are upheld and resolve legal disputes in a fair and impartial manner. It is composed of different levels of courts such as Supreme Court, Court of Appeals, Regional Trial Courts, Municipal or Metropolitan Trial Courts, Family Courts, and special courts like Sandigan Bayan. The judiciary plays a vital role in safeguarding justice, protecting individual rights, and maintaining the rule of law. Judges and justices appointed or nominated based on the country's legal system make legal decisions based on evidence and argument presented in court. Bali yung judiciary, isang branch siya ng government na responsible sa legal matters. May mga nakatagang tao o judges na ang trabaho nila ay ipatupad ang batas sa isang bansa na a-appoint yung mga judges and justices na yon sa pamagitan ng legal system, at ang main trabaho nila ay ang magbigay ng tama at patas na paghuhusga o parusa sa isang kaso na dinidinig nila sa korte. Sila yung nagsasabi kung guilty ba o hindi ang isang tao. Ginawa nila yon through legal system. Ang legal system naman, isa yung proseso na kung saan ipe-print nila yung dalawang panig, yung mga evidence nila, ang mga binigay nilang statement ng mga witnesses. At ang mga victim and offender at ang judiciary naman ang siyang titimbang ng mga present ng both party. Kung guilty or not guilty ba yung offender, at kung guilty, ano yung karapatang parusa na ibibigay nila. Yung main role ng judiciary is to give justice those victims or nag-commit ng crime.
Good day everyone, I am Michael Jovic H. Kiales and I will discussing the fourth and last topic of 5 pillars of Philippines in criminal justice system, which is the correctional institution and the community. Dito, sa dalawang ito, isinasagawa ang reformation and rehabilitation. Ano ba ang reformation and rehabilitation? Si reformation, binabago dito ang belief system. Si rehabilitation naman, binabago dito ang action. First is the correctional institution. The Bureau of Jail Management and Penology under the DILG, the Bureau of Correction under the Department of Justice, and Department of Social Welfare and Development are 3 institutions responsible for providing correctional services across the nation. Sinasabi dito, ang reformation and rehabilitation ay isinasagawa sa loob or inside the correctional institution and penal establishment. For further information, ang kaisa-isang jail na hindi hawak ng DILG and DOJ ay ang provincial jail. Dahil iba ang nagpapatakbo dito. Ang nagpapatakbo dito ay ang provincial government. So second is the community. So community institution including family, religious, educational, and private organizations significantly contribute to the criminal justice system by bringing them offenders and assisting in police investigation. Their involvement in government programs, projects help reduce crimes and diverts efforts toward more productive matters, ultimately leading to the arrest of criminal. Dito sinasabi, sila ang nagpo-provide ng reformation and rehabilitation outside the prison or in the community. Dito papasok ang parole, probation, executive, clemencies, and ang parole naman ay hindi sinama sa executive clemencies dahil iba ang nag-approve or nag-implement ng nag-apply sa kanila pagdating sa parole and probation. Ang nag-approve sa parole ay ang BPP. Ang meaning naman ng BPP ay ang Board of Pardon and Parole. Ang probation naman, ang nag-grant is the court. Ang executive clemencies naman ay binibigay ng ating presidente. And that is my discussion about the fourth and last topic in 5 pillars of criminal justice.